Hi guys, Eric Pathy here at PickDawgz.com. With seconds into this video, your complimentary selection is the same selection for the same exact reason and the same explanation of yesterday. Now Boston has lost 2 games in a row. Baltimore's won 2 games in a row, and they're making Baltimore a heavier dog than they were yesterday. Take the Baltimore Orioles overnight plus 20 cents is your complimentary selection after they beat the Boston Red Sox. Boston came off a loss. Now they're coming off 2 losses. Orioles came off a win. Now they're coming off 2 wins, and they continue to price Boston higher. So with an absence of information, if you're not a member of the Dime Club of any of the services that I offer, the base one online where you head over to PickDawgz.com, purchase the week or the month, or reach out to me for all access to my various different syndicate groups. One is $4,000 a month, one is $20,000 a month, and then we obviously have Big Al's All Access. Those products that I have are based upon your bankroll and your wagering goals and needs. And the only way you can find out what fits those wagering goals and needs is to pick up the phone and send me a text message, and then I will call you back and we'll have a conversation. Once again, Baltimore Orioles, very early in this video, is your complimentary selection plus 20 cents. Now, I had a great question that was asked to me by somebody on yesterday's video. And let me bring that up here. I should have had it up here. Hey, Eric, I'll preface this by saying I fully appreciate your philosophy of only betting underdogs in baseball. The vast majority of my bets are all underdogs. That said, would you explain why you don't think there's ever any value in favorites? It seems almost universally agreed upon the meaning of value in betting terms is simply being underpriced. Okay, so I'll stop there. You are correct. If the Los Angeles Dodgers, who were minus 303 this evening at the time of this recording, it is 11:07 Eastern Standard Time. If the Washington Dodgers, which closed at minus 303, should be 333, I'm just using that as an example, then you would get value laying 303 on the Dodgers. Well, if you bet the Dodgers, whether they win or lost, there would have been value because you were beating, this is a hypothetical, you were getting 30 cents better. But if you take my position where there's no value on favorites and you would either bet the Rockies or not bet them at all, then you save yourself the pain of laying 303 because you're getting value. And either you're going to take Rockies for the perception of value plus 241, or you're not going to play the game at all. In addition, on an individual game, there can be value, i.e., the Dodgers could have had value to some betting group because they should have been minus 400 and they were minus 300. But I digress. My value is based on the collective of the total risk versus reward of the system that I'm playing. So, for an example, let's just make it simple and compare football or any 11-10 sport, it could be basketball or football, to the same record that I have in baseball since the All-Star break. 45-40 plus 22,500, risking $85,000. You're getting a 26.4% return on risk. The same return on risk, 40 risking $93,500. Remember, that's 45 games. If you're risking 1,100 at 11-10, you're risking $93,500. If I take $93,500, if I take $1,000, remember, if the same record is 45-40, I won 45,000 and I lost 44,000 if I was betting 11-10 odds, and I made $1,000. But what did I risk to make $1,000? Well, first of all, I risked more. I risked $93,500 versus $85,000. And what's my return on risk? Well, you got to take $1,000 and divide it by 93,500. My return on risk was 0.1%. 0.1% versus 26.4%. There's your answer. If you're looking at the collective return on risk versus an individual game being priced or underpriced, you can see the difference. If you're stuck in the micro, yes, the Dodgers could have been a very viable bet, minus 303. Actually, they closed at 308. There could be some sharp group out there that priced them at 408. But just by the virtue of risk versus reward, it's not there for me. So with that being said, if you understand that, that's the difference. I'm looking at the collective. I'm not looking at the individual results of each individual game on the money lines in baseball. So I just know waking up in the morning, I'm on the Rockies or I'm not on the game at all. I wasn't on the game at all. I'm using that as a point of reference. Your complimentary selection is the Baltimore Orioles. It is now 11-11. So I will end that with some synchronicity. Good day and good luck.